Hey guys, Kelly Pavlik here, and we're breaking down another fight. We just seen Jose Luis Artucci. This one is the Edison Miranda fight. This was a very big fight. Edison Miranda at the time was the boogeyman of boxing. He was probably the most feared fighter, and going into this, nobody was really giving me a chance to win. I mean, they knew my knockout record was really good and that I was undefeated, but Edison Miranda was the man. Um, this fight, our game plan was to come in and back Edison Miranda up. And as I get started on this, I'll explain to you guys why the game plan was to back Edison Miranda up. So here, first round coming out, not much of a fill up progress here in this. We came out fighting, and that was the game plan in this fight. Again, to show him to come out and make a statement, which he landed a good right hand there. Everything that he threw hurt. But so our reason for backing Edison Miranda up in our game plan was Edison Miranda threw punches from all different angles. If you try to box or move on Edison Miranda, it was dangerous because he could catch you with something that you didn't see coming. Usually with the ordinary or orthodox fighter, you could have a round to kind of see what he has, and you can kind of move a little bit more. But with Miranda, it was more dangerous to move. So the game plan was to go in there. We were going to take shots in the progress, but was to back him up. And this first round, I mean, we both battled. It was a matter of just trying to keep him moving backwards. Second round was more of the same. Right here, trying to keep him in the corner, trying to put the pressure on him. I knew that was another thing that Edison Miranda, not many fighters, was able to keep up with the pace that I set in fights. I threw a lot of punches from beginning to end. But as you can see here, the commentator even mentioned is one of the greatest rounds he's seen in middleweight boxing in a long time. And it was. We took shots. This was a throwback war. But again, a little sloppy there, I could admit, but I had a reason for it. A lot of big shots. Edison right there was putting that jab out there to try to tee off on me, and tried everything possible not to let that happen. So here in the fifth round, I play this round for you guys because this was Edison Miranda's best round, and I think the only round that I gave him throughout the entire fight. Showed a lot of heart, and he actually hit me with a lot of punches this round, and I took him. I kept moving, but this was a tough round. Edison Miranda, I mean, I'm going to try to play it up to where he throws the three big right hands. And what's funny about that, guys, if you're watching, especially if there's any fighters that are watching, they know what I'm talking about. So he hit me with like 4 or 5 right hands, and the first one was so hard that it kind of just like my legs didn't want to move. And then the second one came right behind it, and it was kind of more of the same thing. And didn't really want to get hit with them punches, but at that point, I mean, it was kind of like all I could do was just stand there and take them. But I think it was kind of cool too because it showed my chin. Not many people would have took the right hands that I took. And there was one of them. I think it's coming up here soon. Sorry, I'm not sure exactly when. But this was a brutal fight, and this round was a gut check. Right there is the first right hand, the second, the third. I think there's one more coming. I'm not sure. And yep, there's the fifth. That one wasn't that bad. So again, this is Edison Miranda firing those right hands, and you can see him winding up on him. So those things hurt. This round right here, Edison looked like you could start seeing his eyes were swelled. He was fading. His punches didn't have nothing on him like they did even the previous round in round 5. And you could feel that when you're fighting. And I just knew it was a matter of time in this fight as well. And right there was the moment. I hit him with that. And obviously when he went down, I thought it was over. He was just bad. I didn't think he was going to get up, but he did. And that shows the heart of Miranda. I don't knock any fighter. It's a brutal sport, and Miranda showed the heart of a lion in this fight. He spit the mouthpiece out. Don't blame him for that one. It was a tactic. I know a lot of people will get mad, but you got to do what you got to do. And Edison Miranda felt that he still had a chance in the fight, and he knew what he was doing when he spit that mouthpiece out. He was trying to buy himself some more time. But he comes back out, and it's just a brutal assault that I put on him here again. And, a lot of people thought this fight should have been stopped at this point, but it was towards the end of the round, and you got to give some guys, a chance. You see Edison up again after a brutal beatdown. And this was a matter of time. The bell rang. It goes into the next round, and I was actually expecting to take him out quicker in this round, but he got a second win a little bit for the beginning of the round. So this round right here, the pretty much the beginning of the end again. I don't even know if we could say that. It was this round where I knew one more good shot was going to be it. He came out, he had a little pep in his step, but it was just a assault that I put on him. And my mind thought here was just to keep throwing punches. The referee is going to stop the fight, or his corner is going to throw in a towel. As you can see, the guy in his corner right there getting ready to walk up to the ring and stop it. So, again, you don't ever want to be too overconfident. It was Edison Miranda. He could have ended the fight with one punch, but I knew that this was a matter of time. And this is the ending right here. Catch him, and again, just keep throwing the punches. They stopped the fight. I think that was a great call. He was done. I mean, it would have just been really bad from there on out. And I knew at this point that I had the title shot. Now, the Zartucci fight was WBC mandatory. Was supposed to be. I beat him. I knocked him out. I came into this fight against Edison Miranda, who was the top fighter and one of the most feared fighters in the division at the time, and I knocked him out. So was just feeling really good here. All the hard work paid off, and we knew that I knew that I had a lot more hard work to put in because Jermaine Taylor was next. But that's it for my breakdown today. This was, again, the breakdown of the Edison Miranda fight.